ॐ योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ता सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान्नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्. Sloka 24 in Vishnu Sahasranama is Agrani Gramani Shriman Nyayo Neta Samiranaha Sahasramurdha Vishwatma Sahasraksha Sahasrabhat. There are 10 namas in this shloka, and they are Agranihi, Gramanihi, Shriman, Nyayah, Neta, Samiranah, Sahasramurdha, Vishwatma, Sahasrakshah, Sahasrabhat. The first nama, Agranihi, is Agra means forward, Nayati means lead. So one who leads forward his bhaktas. And Acharya writes, one who leads forward the mumukshus, the people who are interested in liberation. He is Agranihi. So one who leads forward his bhaktas, or one who leads forward the mumukshus to the higher state, he is Agranihi. And the second nama is Gramanihi. Gramani means, Grama means the group of objects or the group of people. The Grama means the collection or the group of objects. One who leads the group or one who leads all the beings in this Jagat, he is Gramanihi. And Grama means the control of that objects, and Bhagavan Vishnu controls all the beings, and so he is called Gramanihi. And the next nama is a very familiar nama, Shriman, and this nama came in Sloka 3 and Sloka 19. There are many meanings for the nama word Shri. The first meaning is one who is endowed with wealth. It's a very common meaning. And the next is the one who is full of glories, and one who has radiance, and one who has a supreme power, the Lord of Mahalakshmi. So all this is Shri. Shri, the meaning was Shri. From this meaning, it is many meanings are derived for the nama Shriman. And here in this context, Sri Adi Shankaracharya writes, one who has this infinite glories, or one who has great wonders, and he is the radiance itself, and he is a Sriman. And of course, the other common meaning is he is the Lord of Mahalakshmi. And Shri also means beauty or Shobha. The beauty of Bhagavan is very evident from his creation all around. If we see a tree at a glance, if we see it at a glance, we do not see anything special or any difference. But when you observe it, his intelligence and beauty is so evident from his creation. So the beauty and the wealth of Bhagavan is permanent, nitya, and so he is called Shrima. The fourth nama is Nyaya. Nyaya means justice. Justice, one who leads everything in the dharmic way. So all that includes the Nyaya. And Bhagavan is both the cause and the effect. And he is the endowment of justice. He is justice itself. He doesn't do anything out of justice. So he is called Nyaya. And he ensures one on that right path. And so also he is called Nyaya. And there are many pramanas to understand the Vedanta. And among the Brahmanas, one of the important Brahmana is the Nyaya Shastra. And the Nyaya Shastra is completely logical way of arguing the concept. And Bhagavan is the Rupa of that Nyaya Shastra itself. He is the cause and the effect. So from both points he can argue. He is the cause and the effect. And so he is the Nyaya Swarupa, Swarupa of justice itself. The next nama is Neta. Fifth nama, Neta. Neta means the leader. He leads everyone. He is the controlling force behind the operation of this Jagat. Behind this universe, he is from behind the universe, he is controlling everything in an indirect way. But at the same time, he is giving all of us a freedom also. But at the same time, he controls also. That's Bhagavan. And so he is called Neta. There is no other Neta in this creation more superior than him. He's that supreme Neta. And the next nama is Samiranaha. Samira means it indicates Vayu, air. Samiranaha means one who lives in all beings as the prana vayu, as the breath itself, that main prana vayu. He exists in all beings, and so he is called Samiranaha. And the next nama is Sahasramurdha. But for the sake of explanation and for the convenience of explanation, now I am explaining the eighth nama, that is Vishwatma. Vishwatma means he is the Atma of the universe. And that's why the Vishnu Sahasranama itself began with that nama Vishwa. Vishwa. So he is called Vishwatma. He is the Atma of this all the beings. He is the Atma of this Jagat. He is the Atma of all the beings. He is all pervading. And particularly the Shloka from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, Shloka 20. It explains this concept very clearly. अहमात्मा गुडाकेशः सर्वभूताशयस्थितः अहमादिश्च मध्यञ्च भूतानामन्त एव च. Bhagavad Gita, in that Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna says, Aham Atma, Gudagesha means this is the other name of Sri Arjuna. Aham Atma, I am the Atma, Sarva Bhuda Sayastitaha, I am the self of all the beings, and I am seated in the heart of all the beings. I am seated in all beings, in all the beings. Sarva Bhuda Sayastitaha, seated in the heart of all the beings. I am seated in all beings, and I am the Atma of all the beings. I am the Adi, I am the beginning, I am the middle, and I am the end, and I am the end of all the beings. So that gives a very clear explanation for this Nama Vishwatma, and this is a very clear reference for this Nama Vishwatma. The next three namas, that is the nama 7, then nama 9 and 10. These three namas, they indicate, they are somewhat similar to each other. That is Sahasramurdha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrabhat. Sahasramurdha means one who has 1,000 heads. Sahasraksha means one who has 1,000 eyes. Sahasra Padha means one who has 1,000 legs. Here the number, that is 1,000 itself, indicate infinite. You cannot say infinite, that's why it's said 1,000. And the first shloka of the first line of Risha Sukta itself, it begins with these three words. Sahasrashesha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrabhat. So the three namas, it comes in the first line of Purusha Sukta. And it means that Bhagavan Vishnu, he has this 1,000 head, more than, that is not thousand, infinite head, infinite akshi, that is eyes, and the infinite pada, which implies that he sees through all the eyes. He does action through all the padas, and he moves, he charati through all the padas, and he thinks through all the head. That's why it says, because he is the Antaratma. As the Antaratma, he resides in all beings and do all these functions. It also implies that he is the perception, the universal perception. He is the universal intelligence, which means he has Sahasra Shirasa, Sahasra 1,000 heads. The universal perception, he sees through all the eyes and he perceives. And he is the universal action. Using the legs as the, he has 1,000 legs, and by that he performs all the actions. So he is the, as Antaratma, he is the Antaratma, and residing in all beings as Antaratma, he functions the mind, he functions the eyes, and he functions the legs. The eyes, legs, and the mind, they are all based on, or they are all supported by the power of Atma, that is Bhagavan Vishnu. So he can very well say that as Antarami, I reside in you and see through you, walk through you, and think through that individual, through that jiva. So that is the combined meaning of these three namas: Sahasramurdha, Sahasraksha, Sahasrabad. And that's the meaning of these 10 namas. Comparatively, it's a easy shloka because many words we have seen already, but in this context, it gives a different meaning, that's all. So the concise meaning of this shloka is Bhagavan Vishnu. He leads his bhaktas to the higher state for liberation, and he is the controller of all beings, and he is the leader of all beings, and he is endowed with wealth. He is the Swarupa of justice, and he is the breath of all beings. He is the vital air of all the beings, and he is the Atma of the universe, and he has infinite heads, infinite eyes, and infinite legs, and or otherwise he think he is that universal thought, universal mind, universal perception, and universal action. He works through all the beings. As Antaratma, he resides in all beings and he does all his actions through all the beings. So that is the meaning of these 10 namas, which comes in the shloka 24 of Vishnu Sahasranama. I will continue with the next shloka in my next video. Kayena vacha manasendriyairva buddhyatmana va prakrite swabhavat karomi yatyat sakhalam parasmai narayanaayati samarpayami. Om Tat Sat.